Welcome to 20 modern, terrifying Bigfoot encounters that will leave you speechless. From chilling eyewitness accounts to viral videos sparking heated debates, these modern sightings keep the legend alive. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, join us as we explore the forests, marshes, and mountains where Bigfoot may roam. On May 24, 2025, a rafting crew with Colorado River Expeditions navigated the upper Colorado River's swirling waters under a clear spring sky. During a lunch break near a rocky bend, guide Logan Kirk, a 32-year-old outdoor enthusiast, noticed a ripple of unease among his group of 8 tourists. At around 1:30 p.m., one of them pointed toward a stand of pines 500 yards away, where a tall, furry, bipedal figure stood motionless, its dark silhouette stark against the green needles. Logan grabbed his phone and captured a 20-second video, showing the creature staring intently before slipping behind the trees. Uploaded to Instagram, the clip exploded with 30,000 likes within hours, igniting a firestorm of comments. Some hailed it as proof of Bigfoot, noting Colorado's 130-plus BFRO reported sightings, while skeptics on X insisted it was a hiker in a ghillie suit or a publicity stunt for the rafting company. The group searched the area, but found no tracks on the rocky terrain, only a faint musky odor lingering in the air. Local cryptozoologist Emily Tran analyzed the footage, praising the figure's non-human posture, but admitted the distance made verification tough. The sighting, near a river known for its remote stretches, has fueled Colorado's Sasquatch lore, leaving Logan and his crew debating what they truly saw. On the humid evening of May 18, 2025, Edward Henry, a 45-year-old factory worker, and his 12-year-old son, Caleb, were bow fishing in a marshy inlet near I-75 in Monroe County, Michigan. The sun dipped low, casting golden hues over the dense cattails as their retriever Rusty sniffed the air. Around 7 p.m., Rusty's hackles rose, and he let out a low growl, startling the pair. Moments later, a 6-foot, dark-furred creature burst from a nearby tree, landing with a thud before sprinting upright up a muddy slope. Caleb, wide-eyed, later described it as a gorilla with big butt cheeks, its muscular frame moving with alarming speed. Edward fumbled for his phone but was too shocked to record. The creature's musky scent hit them as it vanished into the reeds, leaving only snapped branches. The BFRO rated the sighting credible, noting the marsh's deer trails and dense cover as ideal Sasquatch habitat. Investigators found no clear footprints but noted disturbed vegetation. On January 12, 2025, Jake T., a 28-year-old mechanic from Lewiston, roared along a remote trail in Idaho's Clearwater National Forest on his ATV, the engine's hum cutting through the crisp winter air. At 3 p.m., under a heavy overcast sky, he rounded a bend and slammed on the brakes. A 7-foot, dark humanoid figure crossed the path 30 yards ahead, its long ape-like arms swinging rhythmically. Jake's shaky footage, posted by Otherworldly News on YouTube, captured the creature's fluid, powerful strides before it vanished into the pines, amassing 500,000 views in days. The forest was eerily silent, and a faint, sour odor lingered, making Jake's heart race. Idaho's 50-plus BFRO reports highlight the region's rugged terrain as prime Sasquatch territory, but X-users debated fiercely, with some calling it a prankster in a costume due to the video's blurriness. Jake, too rattled to pursue, found no tracks in the snow-dusted ground, but noted bent saplings nearby. Cryptozoologist Dr. Sarah Hensley, in a 1043wowcountry.com interview, praised the figure's non-human gait, comparing it to the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film. Skeptics countered that the lack of physical evidence and Jake's hasty retreat pointed to a hoax. The sighting, dubbed the Clearwater Sasquatch, has locals scouring the trails while Jake avoids the area, haunted by the creature's fleeting presence. On October 1, 2024, Ethan Alfaro, a 22-year-old college student from Lawton, ventured into Oklahoma's parallel forest in Comanche County at dusk, seeking eerie content for his TikTok. At 6:30 p.m., as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the grid-like trees in shadow, he noticed a musky, wet dog smell. 50 yards away, a 6.5-foot hairy figure stood against a tree, seemingly munching leaves. Ethan's 45-second video, captioned "Scariest Moment of My Life, Bigfoot," showed the creature's slow, deliberate movements, sparking 2.2 million views by October 3rd. The forest's reputation, with 67 BFRO reports, fueled speculation, especially with the Onobia Bigfoot Festival approaching. Ethan described feeling paralyzed, his heart pounding as the creature glanced his way before lumbering off. But on October 5th, a Facebook clip from Bigfoot Head Shop revealed it was Marcus Reed, a 25-year-old employee, in a $300 costume, dancing to Turn Down for What for a promotional stunt. Ethan later admitted he was in on the prank, aiming for TikTok fame. BFRO rated it Class C, hoax, and Oklahoma Representative Justin Humphrey jokingly referenced his 2021 Bigfoot hunting bill on X. The incident, covered by News9.com, highlighted how Bigfoot mania can blur fact and fiction, leaving Ethan both embarrassed and amused by the viral fallout. In the sultry heat of August 2024, Bigfoot investigators Daniel Benoit and Terry Arnold led a group of 4 enthusiasts on a camping expedition in Virginia's Augusta County, deep in the Blue Ridge Mountains. On the second night, around 11 p.m., the group sat around a flickering campfire when heavy, rhythmic footsteps echoed from the darkness beyond their sight. The air grew thick with tension as Daniel, a seasoned researcher, aimed his flashlight into the woods, catching 2 glowing red eyes about 8 feet off the ground. The creature, hidden by dense foliage, circled their camp slowly, snapping twigs with each step. A pungent, skunk-like odor filled the air, making one camper gag. The group froze, whispering theories as the footsteps paused, then retreated. No clear figure was seen, but the BFRO logged it as a Class B sighting due to Virginia's 87 reported encounters. Daniel, a Bigfoot Fest speaker, called it a knower moment, while Terry noted the area's history of unexplained noises. Skeptics on X suggested a bear or prankster, but the group found no tracks on the rocky soil, only disturbed underbrush. The eerie experience left the campers sleepless, with Daniel vowing to return with night vision gear, convinced something unearthly stalks the Virginia woods. On a blustery March morning in 2025, a team of National Weather Service meteorologists trudged through the Allegheny Mountains in Fayette County, Pennsylvania, conducting a storm damage survey after a fierce nor'easter. Around 10 a.m., under a slate-gray sky, they spotted a human-sized figure moving through a clearing 200 yards away, its dark, shaggy form stark against the snow. One meteorologist, Lisa Carter, snapped a photo with her DSLR, capturing a blurry, upright silhouette that seemed to pause and glance their way before vanishing into a pine thicket. The image went viral on X, sparking a frenzy in Pennsylvania, a state with a top 10 BFRO sighting rank. Locals, however, whispered of a nearby artist who crafted iron Bigfoot statues, and the NWS later suggested it was a prop placed for attention. No tracks were found in the frozen ground, but a faint musky smell lingered near the clearing. BFRO investigators noted the figure's fluid movement, but skeptics on Reddit leaned toward a staged stunt, citing the photo's lack of detail. The sighting, debated across local bars and online forums, has kept Fayette County's Bigfoot buzz alive, with Lisa still unsure if she captured a creature or a clever hoax. On the crisp morning of November 2nd, 2024, in the dense woods near Peak, South Carolina, Officer J.M., a 15-year veteran of the Newberry County Sheriff's Department, climbed into his deer stand on family land, his thermos of coffee steaming in the chilly 7:15 a.m. air. A lifelong hunter, J.M. knew every sound of these woods until a low guttural grunt, deep and primal, pierced the silence 40 yards away. His pulse quickened as he gripped his rifle, scanning the oak and pine canopy where dawn's light barely reached. A heavy, deliberate stomp followed, shaking the underbrush. Through a gap in the thicket, J.M. saw it. A 7 to 7.5 foot ape-like figure, its brown fur matted with twigs, long arms swaying. Its shadowed face held glinting, intelligent eyes that locked onto his for 30 agonizing seconds. A sour, musky odor, like wet earth and decay, hit him, twisting his stomach. Frozen, J.M. fought his training against a primal urge to flee. The creature turned slowly, almost casually, and slipped into the brush with eerie grace, leaving only swaying branches. J.M. waited, heart pounding, before inspecting the area, finding snapped twigs and disturbed leaves but no clear tracks on the hard soil. Reported to the BFRO, Matthew Moneymaker rated it Class A for J.M.'s credibility and detail. Skeptics on X suggested a bear or camouflaged hunter, but J.M.'s account of its fluid bipedal gait has fueled South Carolina's Bigfoot lore. On the frigid evening of December 28, 2024, Andrew Baum, a 34-year-old construction worker and seasoned hunter, perched in his 17-foot tree stand near Hanley Road in Washington Township, Ohio. The snow-dusted fields of Richland County glowed faintly under a gray dusk sky at 5:45 p.m. But an eerie stillness, no birds, no wind, set his nerves on edge. Then, 1,000 feet across the field, a massive figure emerged from the tree line, striding with long, deliberate steps. Through his rifle scope, Andrew saw a 7-foot creature, its broad shoulders and rounded head covered in dark, shaggy fur that seemed to swallow the fading light. Its unnaturally long arms swung rhythmically, covering ground at an alarming pace. For nearly a minute, he watched, stunned, as the creature scanned the woods, its head turning with purpose before it melted into the opposite tree line. Andrew stayed frozen until leg cramps forced him down, his flashlight trembling as he found vague, oversized impressions in the snow. Reported to the BFRO, Matthew Moneymaker rated it Class A, noting the creature's speed ruled out a human. Reddit skeptics argued for an upright bear. On June 16, 2025, a group of 5 hikers trekked through Oregon's Mount Hood National Forest, their boots crunching on pine needles under a warm summer sun. Around 4 p.m., near a remote campsite by Lost Creek, they heard a series of loud thuds, like rocks hitting the ground. Curious, they crept forward, spotting an 8-foot, dark-haired figure tossing fist-sized stones into a ravine 50 yards away. Its massive frame, covered in matted fur, moved with deliberate strength, and a faint, musky odor reached them. The hikers, led by 29-year-old Sarah Lopez, froze, too shocked to record, as the creature paused, seemingly aware of their presence, before lumbering into the dense forest. No clear tracks were found on the rocky terrain, but broken branches marked its path. BFRO forums buzzed with the report, noting Oregon's Sasquatch-rich history, with over 250 sightings. Skeptics on X suggested a prankster, given the lack of video, but Sarah, a biology teacher, insisted the figure's size and fluid gait were inhuman. In the snowy depths of January 2024, 3 teens, 17-year-old Mia Chen and her cousins, snowshoed through Utah's Wasatch Mountains, their laughter echoing in the crisp air. On January 15th, near a frozen stream at 2 p.m., they spotted a tall, dark figure moving through the pines 100 yards away. Mia's shaky phone video, posted on Facebook, captured a 7-foot silhouette with long arms, weaving between trees with eerie grace. The clip, shared widely, drew BFRO investigators to the site, where they found no clear tracks but noted disturbed snow. Utah's rugged terrain, a known Sasquatch hotspot, lent credibility, but skeptics on Reddit argued it was a hiker or bear, citing the video's grainy quality. The teens reported a faint, sour smell and an unsettling silence before the figure vanished. The sighting sparked local buzz, with hunters scouring the area, but no further evidence surfaced. The debate rages on social media. On June 17, 2025, a 2013 sighting near Estacada, Oregon, resurfaced via a Bigfoot Society post on X, reigniting local intrigue. Originally reported by hiker Tom Reynolds, a 40-year-old carpenter, the encounter occurred on a misty July evening in Clackamas County's dense woods. Tom was hiking a trail near the Kallawash River when he heard heavy footsteps and smelled a rank, wet fur odor. Through the fog, he saw a tall, hairy creature, about 7 feet, standing near a cedar tree 30 yards away. His 30-second YouTube video, initially overlooked, showed the figure moving smoothly before vanishing into the brush. BFRO investigators, revisiting the case in 2025, noted snapped branches but no tracks. The video's sudden traction fueled speculation. On December 18, 2024, the YouTube channel Timbergent Bigfoot uploaded a 15-minute montage titled Big Red, capturing a reddish-furred Sasquatch in an Ontario forest. Filmed by amateur researcher Greg Oakes near Algonquin Provincial Park at dusk, the footage showed a 7.5-foot figure moving through snow-laden pines, its auburn fur catching the fading light. Greg described a musky odor and eerie whoops before spotting the creature 60 yards away. The debate over Big Red continues, with X users split between awe and doubt. On June 17, 2025, a grainy video surfaced on X, showing a shadowy, 6-foot figure lurking in a wooded area near Boston's Blue Hills Reservation. Posted by jogger Emily Hart, a 27-year-old graphic designer, the clip was filmed at 6 a.m. during her morning run. Emily reported an odd, musty smell and a rustling sound before spotting the figure, which moved upright through dense oaks before vanishing. Massachusetts, with fewer than 20 BFRO reports, is an unlikely Bigfoot hotspot, prompting ex-skeptics to call it a hoax. In the summer of 2024, IT engineer Logan Harper set up live stream cameras at the Radium site in British Columbia, a research hub led by Todd Standing. On July 10th, near Radium Hot Springs, Logan's cameras caught fleeting glimpses of a large, dark figure moving through dense firs at 9 p.m. The tech-driven project, with night vision and motion sensors, aimed to capture definitive proof, but the blurry images disappointed some. The sighting has Bigfooters hopeful, with Logan planning more cameras, convinced the Radium site holds answers to the Sasquatch mystery. During the September 2024 Whitehall Sasquatch Festival in New York's Adirondack region, a group of 10 attendees ventured into the woods for a guided night hike. On September 14th, around 10 p.m., near a trail by Lake Champlain, they spotted a tall, dark figure, about 7 feet, moving silently through the pines 50 yards away. A faint, musky smell followed, and attendee Rachel Kim, a 42-year-old nurse, described its upright posture as unnervingly human. No photos were taken in the dark, but the group's excited whispers drew local attention. Whitehall, a Bigfoot hotspot with dozens of BFRO reports, added credibility, but skeptics on X suggested a festival prankster. No tracks were found on the rocky path, but broken twigs were noted. The sighting, tied to local lore, fueled festival buzz, with Rachel now a believer, her hike forever marked by the shadowy figure in the Adirondacks. At the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival in Crossville, Tennessee, on October 12, 2024, festival-goer Mark Daniels, a 50-year-old electrician, wandered near a campground at dusk, drawn by distant hoots. Around 6:30 p.m., he spotted a bipedal 6.5-foot creature with dark fur moving through a tree line 40 yards away. Its heavy steps crunched leaves, and a sour, wet fur smell hit Mark, freezing him in place. Too startled to record, he watched it slip into the woods. The BFRO rated it Class B due to no visual evidence, noting Tennessee's 70-plus sightings. Skeptics on Reddit suggested a costumed attendee, given the festival setting, but Mark, a skeptic before, insists its fluid gait was no humans. Locals shared similar tales, and Mark now attends Bigfoot events, haunted by the creature's fleeting form. His festival experience forever changed. On October 19, 2024, at the South Carolina Bigfoot Festival in Westminster, vendor Carla Evans, a 38-year-old artisan, stepped away from her booth to a wooded area for a break. At 7 p.m., under a twilight sky, she heard a high-pitched cry and smelled a foul, skunk-like odor. 30 yards away, an 8-foot hairy creature loomed, its dark fur blending with the oaks. Carla, trembling, watched it sway before it retreated with heavy steps. The BFRO rated it Class B for her shaken demeanor, noting South Carolina's 50-plus sightings. Skeptics on X suggested a festival prank, but Carla's detailed account of its ape-like posture swayed some. No tracks were found, but broken branches marked the spot. The sighting electrified festival-goers, with Carla now wary of the woods, her vendor table now stocked with Bigfoot lore books. At the June 2024 Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival in Washington, Mel Skahan, a 55-year-old Yakama Nation member, shared a chilling encounter from a nearby forest. On June 8th, while hiking a trail near Sullivan Lake at 5 p.m., Mel smelled a putrid, decaying odor and heard heavy footsteps. A 7-foot hairy figure with broad shoulders appeared 50 yards away, moving smoothly through pines. Its dark fur and piercing eyes matched tribal forest people's stories. Too stunned to film, Mel watched it vanish. Featured on Finding Bigfoot, his credibility drew BFRO attention, rating it Class B. Skeptics on Reddit suggested a bear, but Mel's cultural knowledge and the area's 100-plus sightings bolstered his account. No tracks were found, but locals reported similar odors. Mel, unshaken, sees it as a spiritual encounter, fueling festival debates. During the May 2024 Marinette Bigfoot and Paranormal Convention in Wisconsin, researchers Rich Daniels and Barnaby Jones led a nighttime hike on May 18th. At 10:30 p.m., near the Peshtigo River, 12 participants heard twigs snap and smelled a musky odor. A 7-foot figure with glowing eyes loomed 40 yards away, its dark fur blending with the night. The group, frozen, watched it retreat after 20 seconds. The BFRO rated it Class B due to dim lighting, noting Wisconsin's 60-plus sightings. Skeptics on X argued it was a costumed prankster, but Rich noted the figure's inhuman speed. No tracks were found on the muddy ground, but broken branches remained. The sighting thrilled attendees, with participant Lisa Moore now a believer, her hike etched with the memory of those eerie eyes. On Christmas Day 2024, two Bigfoot hunters, 29-year-old Jake Ellis and 31-year-old Sam Carter, ventured into Washington's Gifford-Pinchot National Forest, chasing reports of tree knocks near Mount Adams. Equipped with cameras and audio recorders, they braved a snowstorm, but by evening, they were missing. A search by Skamania County Sheriff's Office found them deceased on December 26, likely from hypothermia, unprepared for the harsh weather. No sighting was confirmed, but their gear held audio of distant whoops, and a faint, musky smell was noted by rescuers. BFRO forums buzzed with speculation, citing the area's 105-plus sightings, but skeptics on X blamed reckless squatching. The tragedy, covered by local news, underscored the risks of Bigfoot hunts, leaving their families grieving and the community debating whether they chased a real creature or a deadly myth. From viral hoaxes to credible BFRO reports, these 20 encounters fuel the Bigfoot mystery. Are Sasquatch hiding in our wilds, or are they shadows of imagination? Share your thoughts and keep your eyes on the woods for the truth behind the legend.